Hello everyone, how is everyone doing in this MessYourself here? Today we are going to be looking at everyday items that you didn't know had a purpose. For example, have you guys ever been on an aeroplane and noticed there's a bloody hole in the window? If I saw a bloody hole in my aeroplane, I think we're all gonna go crash and burn and die. We're all gonna die. If you see a hole in your aeroplane window, don't bloody panic, okay? There's nothing to be scared of. The plane is fine. There isn't just air coming from outside inside. Apparently, it has two purposes. One is to compensate for the difference in air pressure as the altitude changes, all right, guys? Because the air can get quite thin the higher you get, all right? The higher we get, dude. All right. Have you guys ever noticed that the F and the J button on your bloody keyboard has a bloody little thingy on the bottom? Yeah, look guys, my F has a little thingy on here, and also the J has a little thingy just here. Well, apparently these bumps on your keyboard are so that you know how to type better, basically. They say that your index fingers of your hands should be resting on the F and the J key, all right? But honestly, all right, we're all growing up with phones nowadays, all right? We all know how to type, okay? Come on now, all right? We're all using our damn phones, all right? We all know this shit. Have you guys ever noticed the small little hole on a cap of a pen? Well, apparently, guys, this is a safety feature, all right? Because some people, they put their pen caps in their mouths when, you know, they're doodling and writing and that's bloody bad. Don't do that. If that pen cap did not have that little hole in the end, ink could get stuck in the ink cap, which you could inhale or eat or swallow, which could be very dangerous, all right? So the hole allows you to breathe through that pen cap if you do decide to put your pen in your mouth. But seriously, guys, do not do that, all right? Do not put your pens in your mouth. It's very dangerous. Do not go licking it around, all right, and just doing stuff like that. That's bad for you. Don't do that. Have you guys ever looked at the inside of a bloody microwave, all right? The thing that goes in, shoots waves at your food, and now for some reason it's bloody hot? Well, guys, that shield behind the door of the microwave, it is called a Faraday shield, all right? It prevents microwaves from escaping and turning the box into a Faraday cage, guys, all right? Because if a microwave was shooting waves at you from bloody on the outside, that's bloody scary, okay? Do you know how scary a microwave actually is? It's shooting waves, all right? Micro waves, all right? Yeah, I just realized it's so annoying. Sometimes you can't even see through the microwave because you want to see your chicken nuggets rotate in the microwave. But don't complain about the fact that you can't see those chicken nuggets, okay? Because this little sheet on front of the door, it's saving your life, guys. Appreciate it. Have you guys ever noticed your bloody shoes have extra holes on the top? Look at my bloody shoes, okay? I have the laces going on the top, but look, I can see there's an extra hole here. Well, if you guys didn't know, these are meant to be used so that you can tie your shoes in different ways, guys. Look at all these different ways you could tie your shoes. The black toenail, the heel slipping, the high instep. Damn, guys, all right, because I know a lot of you guys have some ugly, weird-shaped feet out there. So, you know, if you ever feel uncomfortable wearing your shoe, maybe you're tying it wrong, guys, all right? Try it in doing it a different way, you dumbass. Guys, have you ever looked at a screwdriver before, all right? Maybe if you haven't, you have a screw loose in your head and you might need one. Screwdrivers that look like this, you know, and have this certain pattern, you know, with the bumpy handle, all right? That handle is not only just meant for grip, guys, but if you didn't know, you could actually put a wrench around the screwdriver and then tighten things with a wrench, all right? So you're using a screwdriver, but you know, the wrench helps you get that little bit, you know, extra pull on it, guys, all right? So next time you're playing around with your toolbox, okay, remember this. Have you guys ever eaten some bloody Tic Tacs before? Well, if you guys didn't know, okay, this little top lid of a Tic Tac box is actually a dispenser for one Tic Tac. But seriously, who the shit eats one Tic Tac at a time, all right? I'm eating at least like 10 in my mouth at once. Come on now. Apparently, the hole in your pot pan is so that it could hold a wooden spoon. I didn't know that was the purpose of it. Whoever has tried that? But it does seem quite clever because look, you know, it's the perfect length so that the sauce can still go in the pot. Man, guys, all right, I'm learning shit with this damn video. Whoa, I did not know this either. Apparently, the spaghetti spoon, all right, it's not only great to, you know, strain out the water, but apparently, if you fill up the spaghetti spoon with as much spaghetti as you can, that is the single serving of dry spaghetti. That is one serving of it, guys, all right? That is very good in case there's any fatties watching who'd love to, you know, just eat as much pasta they want. Oh, this is a good one. I always forget this because I'm always renting out different cars. If you ever forget what side is your gas tank on when you're filling gas, all right, because you don't know whether to drive on the left or the right side of a petrol station, you can just look at the little logo that's on your fuel meter and it should have an arrow pointing to the left or right to remind you guys. So next time you are in a car, remember that shit, okay? Oh, this is quite clever. If you ever see a padlock that has a hole in it and you're like wondering what the hell am I doing with this hole, all right, this hole is actually meant for oil in case the lock gets rusty. But swear to God, guys, if you're using a lock for so long that it's getting rusty, just buy a goddamn new lock, man. What the hell's wrong with you? Apparently a pom-pom hat. Have you guys ever had a pom-pom hat? Apparently in the 18th century, French Marines kept hitting their heads on the ship's low ceilings. So instead of actually, you know, caring where they were going and actually, you know, ducking, they were like, you know what, just wear a hat, you dumbass, with a pom-pom on the top. If you have a t-shirt which has a loop on the back, apparently that loop you can use to hang your shirts in the closet. I have a hanger for that. I don't know why I would need that stupid invention. If you ever looked at a golf ball before, it has these little holes on it, this very weird pattern. And the reason for this, and they aren't perfectly round, is because the dimpled ridges reduce the amount of drag when the ball is in the air. They allow the ball to go faster and further. That is pretty cool, guys. All right, I really want to hit a golf ball now. I really don't care about golf. So the reason why bobby pins have this zigzag pattern, apparently it helps grab hair better. Well, obviously. Well, why else would it look like that? Why did I need to know that? Oh, if you guys didn't know, you can put a straw in the little hole of a Coke can, and it can hold your straw. That is such a cool thing, which I will never do in my life, because what's the point? Some toothpicks have ridges on them. You're supposed to break that off, prop your toothpick on it so it doesn't touch anything. It's more hygienic. I've never seen a toothpick like this, but sounds cool, I guess. Aluminium foil tabs. You can see these, but you probably ignored them. The tabs fold in and work to lock your roll in. Oh, okay. It prevents the roll from moving around when you grab a sheet. Oh, I didn't know that. So you're meant to put the hole in the hole of the. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know if you unfolded a takeout box like this, it becomes like a little plate. That is so cool. I would never use that, but okay. Apparently, the small little pocket in your jeans is because people have pocket watches and they want to keep their small little pocket watch in there. What kind of year are we living now? All right, no one has a bloody pocket watch that they're just carrying around putting in their jeans. Apparently, there's a tab on your rear view mirror that serves as a safety feature. It stops you from being blind when a car is behind you with the high beams on. It will deflect the light while still allowing you to see. Where is this tab? I don't see it. Whoa, apparently your phone has a little hole next to it. And it's not and actually helping with the camera, it's a microphone. It allows you to record sound when your camera is turned on. Wait, what the hell? Look, guys, there's a little hole right here. It's a microphone. Whoa, guys, all right. I didn't even look at the back of my phone. I look at so much time at the front of my phone. I never once thought to look at the back of it. Apparently, if you are in Starbucks, you can flip the top of your cup and use it as a coaster. No, I don't care about that. I would rather leave coffee stains everywhere. Apparently, if you tap the 57 thing on your ketchup bottle of Heinz tomato ketchup, apparently your ketchup will slide out faster. That is like the pinpoint to get the most ketchup out. I don't know, guys. All right. Do you guys feel smart after watching this video? I really hope you do. Honestly, you probably feel a lot dumber. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the video there. Shout out to MessYourself.com if you want to get the very cute, adorable MessYourself plushie, which you can hug and cuddle every time MessYourself uploads a video. Shout out also my book, MessYourself.com. Shout out to the 157 of you who have already pre-ordered my book. If you want to do me a huge favor in helping me create something very cool for you guys, pre-order the book. I'd really appreciate it. Either way though, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you very soon in the next video. See you later, guys. Bye.